Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is David Flores. I am a student that goes to the Art Institute Inland Empire. I go for game art and design. I originally started a couple of years ago for graphic design and web design because I thought that's what I wanted to do because I've always been in love with art. But after I was there for a while, I kind of seen that that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do something totally different with art. I actually just want to draw if that was possible, but in our field, it's not that easy. Art is in the eye of the beholder. So, some pieces of art, people can think they're worth millions and millions of dollars. Other pieces of art, people can think they're worth like $20, $50. But I've always been in love with art, all types of art, ever since I was little, starting with tattoos, oil paintings, regular paintings. I get inspired every time I see artists. And now with the social media, there is so many different ways to connect with these artists and artists to showcase what they can do and to learn from a variety of these people that would you thought would never be possible. So I recently was just joking around on Snapchat and I was doing like a little instructional art video because I feel everyone should do some type of art. It's a great stress reliever. It helps with a lot of things. It's helped me with a lot of things and I love it. And I like go through YouTube sometimes and other sites and I see that like some of these videos are people don't really explain anything or they rush through it or they make it more complicated than it has to be. And by no means do I think I'm the best artist in the world. Like I said, I'm still a student. I'm still practicing my art. Well, I'm going to school, but a lot of stuff is done on the computer. And right now in the game design program that I am, I do a lot of 3D modeling and animation and all that, but I always still stick to my roots about just normal art, graphite, pencils, charcoal, paintings, digital paintings. Like I just love doing that. So I thought I would branch out more and make a YouTube video and see how it goes. And I'm going to teach you simple ways to draw. What my favorite thing to do is portraits. And then hopefully if this takes off, we'll go, as I'm learning, I will teach and show tips and tricks I've learned from industry professional, just artists that I follow online that don't really post anything, who have like private sessions at like 3 in the morning. I'll sit up watching these artists. Some of my big influences are Luis Royo. I think he's my favorite artist. He's a phenomenal artist and he does exotic like art, exotic women, and he just does them in a dark way and they look super super cool. So definitely one of my biggest influences, but I'm also really influenced by the tattoo industry as well because there's so many great artists from around the world and here in our own backyard. Nico Hurtado, he's actually up here in my hometown in the high desert. We got Kat Von D in LA. She's a phenomenal artist with just her shading, her graphite, everything. I love her. Her beauty line is really cool. Across the sea, there's so many artists, but my favorite artist from across the sea is Valentina Ryabova. And oh man, if you follow her, if you want to follow a tattoo artist on Instagram, follow her. She is an absolute amazing artist, not only when it comes to tattoos, but just drawing and painting in general. And super, super influential. But like I said, I'm a student and I just want to improve my art. But I feel everyone should learn some kind of art, or if you ever just had a long day and you want to try something new, hopefully this video tutorial will give you a little insight on like how simple it is to learn stuff if you put your mind to it. And I'm gonna break this human head down as simple as I can. From learning various techniques, the Riley method, the circle with the, what is this even called? The center line. At my school, I'm very fortunate to have like teachers who have worked on The Lion King, stuff like that. All these Disney movies you could possibly think of. I've had a teacher that's worked on them. but also seeing these other artists online. Like, it's just, there's so much to learn out there, but a lot of them don't teach, or you have to pay expensive money to teach. So hopefully this video, as we go through, you'll be able to pick up something super fun and be inspired. And as you're learning, I'm learning. And I just hope this reaches out to a lot of people and that you'll be able to just have fun. I'll be posting like some of my old art when I first started, so don't feel like if you're a really bad artist or you don't know if you should even pick up a pencil start art, trust me, just do it. I was a terrible, terrible artist when I first started doing this, and now I feel like I am a decent artist and I'm trying to get good and phenomenal and be the very best there ever was. But, you know, you can always be better. So hopefully this video helps and inspires. Hopefully you enjoy. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me messages. I'll attach all my social media handles. But as I go through this video, I will explain in very basic, very simple, very fun, friendly environment how to start off drawing a human head. And the first type of human head we're gonna do is from the front view. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Sorry for this long introduction. It's my very first YouTube video, and I'm just trying to get a little background story out. So, all right, let's get into this. Okay, so here we go. All you'll need for this is, you know, any type of pencil. I'm just gonna use a mechanical pencil because this is gonna be, like I said, a very simple demonstration. And just to get your foot in the door, I'm also gonna be using this eraser. I believe it's called, what's the word? Kneaded eraser, knit, or something like that. But these are really good erasers. They'll like erase anything or any mishaps you were to make, even if you draw really hard or really soft. I'm going to do my best to put the line work at a decent pressure so you can definitely see the lines and follow along. But here we go. So this is the human head facing forward, and this is the simplest way that I feel you can do it, and then you can just tack on detail afterwards. But we're not going to worry about that. We're just going for simplicity right now and practice. So the way I'm going to start it is with a circle. And the hardest thing to do, I feel, in the drawing industry, any art industry, is pulling a straight line and a perfect circle. So if the circle looks wobbly or if it looks off, I'll fix it and go through, but just bear with me and have some fun with it. So, actually, you know what? I think I'll start with the center line. So what we're gonna do is what looks like just across the middle of the page. And don't make your drawings too small. In the Snapchat videos I saw, a lot of people were like, oh, this looks so good, like you did such a great job. But the one big hiccup I did was I made one of the drawings way too small of a portrait I did, and it was like the size of like 3 Q-tips. But it still came out great, I thought. But definitely don't be afraid to like start off big. We'll get into construction and size, composition, and all that later about how to do it. So yeah, like I said, just like easily, just light lines, get into it. Don't worry about being perfect just yet. You can always fix mistakes afterwards, or you can get, you know, protractors and stuff like that and cheat. But I feel like that, I mean, it's not cheating, but I think it's just better to learn by making mistakes and then trying to fix them. So you can just go through it, make this cross, and then we're gonna make a circle around it. Oh, and make sure you make this bottom line a little bit longer because we're going to have a jawline towards the bottom and the circle is gonna cut through this. So don't worry too much about it. And I'm still learning fidgeting with this camera iPad holder. I'm actually filming this on my iPad Pro because, you know, I spent all this money on it. I wanted to put in work with it besides just drawing on it. I don't use it for anything else but drawing, really. Watching occasional YouTube video here and there. But now let's get to the circle. So start drawing a circle that's going to be really wobbly that I'm going to have to fix because I'm not a perfect circle drawer. Never claimed to be. But, you know, it's the fun of it. It's the fun of it. because perfect circles, someone offered me $1 billion to draw a perfect circle. I don't think I could do it. Or if like they gave me a wish, I could have anything I want in the world. They're like, draw a perfect circle in one time. You can practice as much as you want, but you have to do it in one go. After you practice, I would lose so bad because circles are just impossible to draw. But let's get through this. Just gonna draw a circle around this thing. Draw, draw, draw. And yeah. Let's see, can maybe extend this up just a little bit. Just make it a little bit longer. Shouldn't have done that, but it's all good. And we'll go like that. Pull this more over here because we have that trusty eraser that will help us. So don't be scared, just practice. That's all I do, I practice. I have sketchbooks of just circles, literally drawing circles because it's so, circles and lines, because like, it's just something I want to perfect, but it's not easy to perfect, especially now that with this game design program, I'm doing so much stuff on the computer and it's just, I'm the most computer illiterate person ever. I know how to play games and draw. A little bit of Photoshop. Not even Photoshop. I know how to use the painting side of Photoshop so I can paint on there. But yeah. So let's draw through this circle and look how wobbly it is. This is great. Oh man. But nothing we can't fix, so don't worry about it. This will all be fixed. And like you said, we're just here to learn and have fun. So we have my janky little circle. And the next thing we're gonna add to this is along the center line, we are going to put in 2 more circles. Inside of the circle, they're gonna, excuse me for not knowing the technical words for it. I always forget the technical stuff. I'm more of just a practical person, like show me, tell me, and hopefully I'll remember, but I just go for it. They're basically gonna be like how your head is gonna be formed, like where your ears are. If you feel the side of your face, like you can easily draw your face because everything in your face is proportioned. Your eyes are the same length apart. Your ear if you feel at the bottom of your earlobes, if you put your thumb to your earlobe and put your index finger to your nose, you'll see they're at the exact same distance. So your earlobe never goes past further than your nose. And there's just a lot of little tips and tricks and things like that. And oh man, I just saw the sun is coming in. I don't have the best workspace. So next, like I said, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add these lines on the side of the head. So just go ahead and throw those in there like this. This is all just gonna be lines and circles, lines and circles. And we're gonna go from there. We're gonna break it down and make it simple. And then I'm gonna lose all kinds of people not watching this because they're gonna be like, look at his terrible line work and his terrible circles. Well, you know what? I'm learning, practicing. Don't hate. All good. Okay, so I'm just doing that for myself. So next thing what we're going to do is, before we fix this circle, gonna add in little key notes and little key parts so you know where stuff goes. So in this example, I'm going to add a line here, here, kind of towards the bottom here, and right up here. So this is the brow line right here. So this is where the eyes are gonna go. This is the bottom of the nose. So this is the nose line. And I'll probably have to adjust it because I feel like the nose should be a little bit longer, but we'll see as we go. And then what we're gonna have, put another line down at the bottom of this line. This is the jaw line. This is where the face is going to start or this is where the jaw is going to meet the face. So just throw a line right there, and I'm seeing imperfections in this circle I'm just trying to fix. And fix this up right here. Bam, bam, bam. And now we're going to add the hairline and jawline. So start from this center right here on each of the brow line, go ahead and make an arcing just like this. Nothing crazy. Boom, like that. And boom, like that. And they're gonna be off. That's okay. Go like that, like that. Yeah, this thing is definitely off. But no worries, no worries. We're gonna fix it all. Fix it all with practice. Boom, boom. And now the jawline, come from right here, the bottom of where the head is formed. Bring it down a little bit and start slightly curving like this. Oh, maybe that was a little too much of a curve. But like this. Bring it back up because I made it too wide. And up like that. Bam, like this. And we'll take it up from here, or we'll just start from right here, bring it down a little bit, and start curving. Boom. There is your jawline and your hairline. Jawline, hairline. Nothing too crazy. Nothing crazy yet. Let me emphasize that. Nothing crazy yet, because this is just a video to show how it gets broken down. Nothing else. Imperfections all over the place. All right. So now we have the jawline, the brow line. You have your center where the eyes are going to go. Now let's put in just a itty bitty bit of detail. I personally like to start with the nose, because from the nose you can branch off to all types of different areas and see where you're going to go. So now we're going to go with the nose, and it's going to be super simple. I'm going to just make a couple little lines. So we're going to go here, make this line a little thicker, darker. Going to bring up at an angle, 2 lines at an angle on each side, like this. And then we're going to pull, do like a little waves, kind of like that. And then up, so like a little wave. And then we're going to do the same on this side. Remember symmetry, the face is symmetrical. Gonna go wave it. And then we're going to go up, so like this. Oh, I should have started from the bottom. That probably would have been simpler. Like that. There you go. Like that. And like that. And there's all kinds of techniques you can use to hide stuff, imperfections. This line, we're going to just bring it up a little, curve it around like this. Very light drawing, if you like, or you can make it more darker. Bring this line around, curve it up like this. Come straight up. And then we're going to go, as you move a little bit more towards the brow line, don't go all the way up to the brow line, but whichever line you feel side comfortable with, bring it up more like this, and then add an angle like that. And then you can do like a little line right here and like this. So it's kind of like a broke off into a different way. Like that. And then this will be up here like this. And I made that too long, I feel like, because now the eyes are going to be super, super close. And you can just bring this down at an angle like this. Up right here like that, like that. Yeah, I made this one too high. So bring it down like this. There we go. And bring it a little bit over, pull it back in a little bit. Use this little magical eraser because I'm not perfect. Nobody is. Trying to be. Bam, bam, bam. You can even make this line a little bit longer on top, and then you can put it down at an angle. So it's cool like that. Fix some of this thing humping the nose. Cool. So now we have like a kind of form of the nose, where the nose would go. And now from here, we are going to add in the ears. Now this is where these lines come into play, right here on the side of the head, where it's cutting it in half like this over here. We're going to start from right here. Well, I like to start from right here. And remember what I was talking about, the earlobe. Your earlobe never goes past your nose. So the earlobe from here to here will never go past this, or else you're going to have one weird looking person. Because if it was way down here and your nose is up here, it'd just be all off. But all of this is done in practice. So what I like to do is start over here. If I'm going to have ears on the character, because sometimes hair hides the ears. Start up right here, like that. Add a little curvature right here. So bring it down a little bit. And you can go in and change the ears as you like this. And never goes past the nose. Add that little earlobe, little hump right there. Go ahead and go back up and just don't make it too dark yet. We'll do the lines, make the lines darker after. Right now I'm just showing you in theory how it goes. So that's one ear. You can add one of the little pieces right here. And then next we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Come up here. Make it at a little angle. Bring it down. Pull it around. You can either start from the bottom or you can start whatever makes you most comfortable. Start like that, bring it around and up to get the form of an ear. It's a little pointy, so we can fix that after. For me, you might have got it perfect on the first try. Good for you if you did. Way better than me already. And like I said, just add in like a little this, and you can just add like a little thing so you know it's the ear right there. Whammo, there we go. We got 2 ears. And we're getting more of the form of a person. Sorry, I'm just adding more in right here. I'm gonna erase a little bit because I want my ear to look like that. Not the way I originally did it. Give it more on the left side. That look. So boom, there we go. Oh, let me just get rid of this because it's kind of bugging me. So now our human head is starting to shape up a little bit more. I'm just gonna fix this line because I want you guys to see that this is all it was just done with lines. Don't need to erase the lines yet. That's why you draw light. You can erase the lines afterwards. So bam, pull it like that. And now the next part. What are we going to do after the ears? Let's see. So you did the nose, you did the ears. Okay, let's add in the eyes, or the sockets to where the eyes will go. So this is your brow line. Brows and eyes will always be on this line, no matter what. You can make the brows will go above, the eyes will be right on it. So simple, we'll start over here, and we'll just make a little bridge like that. Follow along the line that I erased partially. Take it about to right here. And then we're gonna bring it down. A little bit more down, curve it up a little bit. And then we're going to bring it, I made it too deep, so we're gonna end the eye like right here. This is right at that bridge part of the nose, because when you add in detail, that's where shading would go. Or if I was doing it once I fixed it, that's where the shading would go. So boom, bring it up right here. Like that, like that, like that. And like I said, nothing crazy, it's all just lines. All of this I'm teaching you is just lines. If you get the fundamentals down, then the harder stuff will be like nothing. It'll be cake. So now same thing, just bring it up over here, little gap. Make this line a little bit thicker where the eye is gonna be. Not too thick like I just did on this other one I just noticed, but no worries. Boom, go to about right here. Bring her down a little bit. So like this. Right here. And we'll go over right here. All right, there we go. Try to keep them symmetrical. Maybe they look a little off, but nothing we can't fix. Nothing we can't fix. And nerves are getting the best of me because I just don't know how this is gonna get. Don't know how this is gonna be received. I hope it's received well though. So yeah, there we go. So these were our eyes would be. And now, after our eyes, let's add in the mouth. Just this is gonna be simple little lines for the mouth. So go down to about right here, because the mouth is gonna be right on that line. And we'll just make like a little awkward fat V. This is gonna be the top of the lip, not the actual lips. So like this, go like this. And then we're gonna make this middle part a little bit darker. Make like a little straight line right there, a little bit dark. And then just add like a little hump like this and bring it over. And then make the end a little dark right here. Come back this way, go the other way. Go up and then down. Make it a little dark right there. And then I'm gonna give him like his little under lip, or his bottom lip. If this was shaded, this would be where his bottom lip would be. So it'd be right about here. Go like this, just pull a little line like that. Go a little bit down. There would be shading right here, so in all honesty, I'm gonna put another little clef right here, because I would have some shading underneath that. So this would go here. Jaw's a little long, but no biggie. Males and females all look different, so let me go more into detail on each different person as these videos, each different gender as these videos go through. So yeah, this is where I would just throw a couple little lines like this with shading right here. Actually, why am I even doing that? We can add in a little shading later. Trying to block this sun out. You need to get blackout curtains. So go like that. And now, what we are going to do next is I'm going to show you that, like, where, like his masculine jawline, how it would look like. So what we have here is right here. Just bring down a line. Bring it down like this. And as soon as you go under this line on the circle, start curving it so it goes like this. And then look at that. Boom. This is how I would add in shading, or I would see the cheekbones and how they're formed doing this technique right here, because everyone has different cheekbones. Our faces look different. That's why cheekbones have a big reason why. So like that. Same thing, opposite side. We'll just start right here and we'll bring it down. Go down. Once you pass the mouth line, which is, that's not what it's called. I can't think of what it's called. Start adding some curve to it. Bring it a strong line for where these strong cheekbones would be. How I would do the shading, where I would want my shading. Boom. Like that. And now we'll go to the top of the eye and bring it up from about the midpoint right here and take it up past the hairline. Well, bam, put it like that. Look at that. Looking good, looking good. I mean, not perfect, but it's looking good. Got a little bit of hiccups. It's all good. Nothing we can't fix. Nothing we're not going to fix. Bring this up to about the same point right here. Showing that I do need to make the hair or head a little bit smaller, but I can fix that right now after this. So we have that. Boom, boom. And you see we have a nice little facial structure. It's getting there. Like I said, obviously not perfect, but definitely there. Definitely you can see, and this is all done with simple shapes, circles, and all that. Nothing you guys can't do or pick up in practice. Um, yeah, hopefully as I get more into these videos, I'll prepare more of like what we're going to draw, have different things ready to draw. That way you guys can see them, you can just follow along and try to draw things, and then you can branch out on your own and try to draw things, which is the best way to learn. And now we're gonna make the neck, and then we'll be done here. So what we're gonna do now is bring this down, bring some lines down right here. They don't gotta be perfectly straight lines because it's the neck. From here, on this side, bring it down. We're gonna break off with a little hook like this right here. So where it meets the trapezius muscles and all kinds of other muscle groups that I'm not naming correctly or not even what they're called. I'm just being a smartass. So bam, like that, just so we have a nice thing. And then same thing on this side. Just bring it down, doesn't gotta be nothing special, whatever you feel comfortable with. Can bring it up, can darken these lines a little bit. There's our neck. Gonna make a little other line. Something that I use to make the neck, like I'm gonna know the width of the neck. And I just saw this video and it didn't pick up anything I did for the neck. Oh my goodness, I'm an idiot. I need to learn, I gotta learn this camera better. But it's just two straight lines curved down his muscles. But now another big important thing we're about to learn, and something I especially need to practice on that will hold true in so much things, is doing an ellipse. An ellipse is not a circle, it's not a sphere, it's an ellipse. I don't know how to exactly explain it, but they're not, for me anyways, they are not easy to do. And what the ellipse does is, if I make an ellipse like this, or my best shot at ellipse, it gives me structure of how wide the neck is gonna be. Look up videos on how to do like good ellipses. Don't come to me, I still look up videos how to do like good ellipses, because they are not, it's not something easy. It's definitely not easy to do an ellipse. But just the general idea of the ellipse right here, and this gives me the width, how thick the neck is gonna be, and all that sorts. And we're just gonna, at the bottom of the ellipse right here, we're just gonna go up like this with a line and bring it over right here, so you have just a little bit of definition of how the line is supposed to look, or the neck is supposed to look. But as you can see, it is looking good. And ellipses, I'm telling you, the most basic things are the hardest things to do. You can hide, there's a lot of tattoo artists and a lot of great artists, you can hide bad line work and other stuff in the shading and in the mini details because it pulls the eye away. But it's just good to practice and try to get these little, if you know the fundamentals and the details, then you'll just be an even more amazing artist. And that's what I'm striving to be. So like this, turn it like this, boom. And now, this is basically almost the end of the video. It's going to be kind of long. Sorry for that, as I get better on how to do these things faster. Now we're just going to clean it up, and you're going to see we have more of a human head. So like I was saying, as I did up here, I made this part a little bit too long, or too big, too long. So we can erase this, because we don't need this, because humans don't have that. Character can have it if you want, if you were drawing some like space stuff on him. Don't need these lines that long, don't need these lines that long. So erase those right here. And now honestly, just like I've erased most of that, we can just bring this. You can make this brow line, hairline a lot smaller. Give it some curve, boom. Come up, bam. Come up a little bit right here. And give it some more curve, and then we'll erase that top part. Boom, a little bit of curve, a little bit of that, some pizzazz, bam, looking more like a person. Let's erase this, our trusty magic eraser that erases all our sins and travesties. Oh, if only life had an eraser. Let's get rid of this because we don't need this. We know where the mouth is, so we can bring this together. And this is why you draw light, so you could just easily get rid of this stuff, make your drawings look clean. Make them look nice, presentable. I remember I got my ass rammed into one time, long time ago when I was in graphic design and all that, because I had a bastard teacher who was all about lettering and all that, and it was a topography class, and he hated this thing that I did, and I just got my ass chewed for like a good 5 minutes because it started off super nice, and then the drawing or the letterings just went to hell. The last letter went to hell, and I got reamed for that bad. But you live and learn. Oh well. So boom, look at that definition we have. Little goofy little nose. Let's throw some shading in there just to make it look a little bit more real. So darken up these lines. Go ahead and darken your lines. Do a little bit of light shading. Bam. Let's pull this line a little bit longer because that's how we would use for the bridge of the nose to know where shading would be. Also throw a line right here so we know where shading would be. Fix this up, do that. Make this a little darker right here. Go ahead and fix up these ears. Like, yeah, just go ahead and outline it and make it thicker. Probably have to do some fast forwarding on this video when I make it because I don't know how long videos are allowed to be. And this video should not have took that long. But like I said, I was making it simple. Just trying to do in depth. So we could just go like that. Boom. Make this thicker. This is the brow line, or the hairline, excuse me. Bam. Bring this over. Bring it down. Oh, shit. Boom. Yeah, we got a nice little thick skull. Looking like a Mississippi pimp. And this is like for character design. You can go like, you can make this look cartoony. You can turn it more realistic if we were to add more details. Like this is just the fundamentals of how to get a face down. Let's add some shading to these lips. So let's go right here. Let's add a little bit there towards the bottom. Make this dark right here. I'll do videos on lips too. I'll do videos on like everything. I'll try to do videos on everything because school is very hectic for me, but this is like a nice little stress reliever because I hate modeling. I just wish we could just draw and stuff like that. Bring this down, make it a little thicker, make it a little darker. Boom. Make this dark where his chin or his bottom lip was. Add a little shading like this. Nothing crazy. Let me get rid of these lines. See, and now once your character comes to life, you can get rid of these lines. So you can be like, oh, look how cool this is. Awesome job. I did a great job. I did an awesome job. You guys did an awesome job. If you sat with me through this whole thing, you're awesome. And are much appreciated. Or if you turn this off 5 minutes in and it's like, I'm not going to listen to this a-hole talk for 30 minutes or however long this video turns out to be, then, well, I'm sorry. I failed you. Bring that like that, bring that like that. Get rid of some of this other lines that we don't need. Just takes away from the character. Just get rid of them. And look it, we have a human head that you can easily branch off and do tons and tons of things with. Super cool, right? Super fun. I feel easy. Nothing too crazy, too complicated. Let me fix this. This mouth is going to bug me because I didn't do it a normal way I would do a mouth, or a detailed mouth, I'm sorry. There's a huge difference between just sketching something out, which is super important. Like there's sketches and then there's drawings. This is a sketch that you can turn into a drawing. Definitely a sketch you can easily turn into a drawing. But sketching is important because sketching will teach you just about speed, accuracy, stuff like that. Here we go. A little bit under his nose, a little bit darker. And like I said, I pull from a lot of different artists. I inspired by so many people. So some of you might recognize some of these techniques. You might not have never seen these techniques before, but I pull from everyone and I try to teach everyone and all the stuff I've learned in like the simplest ways to break down. Like some artists, I'll use their technique to do the head, but then when it comes to doing an eye and all that, I'll use a different artist's techniques. And it's always good to learn. It's always good to learn. there's no really nothing new you can do or new method. I'm sure there's maybe a new method if you're a genius to learn to do things, but a lot of these methods already been taught. So now you just perfect them or turn them into your own or make things simpler for you. They don't have to. If it works, or what's that expression? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And some of these methods ain't broke, so don't fix them. You can just alter them. Alter them to fit your style, fit what you want to do, and fit what you're looking for. And I'm sorry about some of the camera angles in this thing. Like I said, this is my first video. Just want to get it out there, see what people think, get reactions. Definitely gonna be practicing more with you guys. Also, I'll post my social media account so you can see some of the art. I'll post some of the art and where I started and how terrible those drawings were. Like, God, they were so bad. So, like, stuff I enjoy doing now. Go ahead and think in these lines. Like I said, practice on your ellipses, because those are lifesavers. Honest to God, those are lifesavers. This guy kind of has like a little fatty chin. If we want to make it more the superhero type, we could have done a more masculine chin and bring it in some more like right here, make it back. But I like the way this one turned out with this. So, like I said, my name is David Flores. I'm a student. I'll be learning along right with you guys, but also helping people who, you know, are maybe nervous or scared or don't know how to come about doing this and starting this, because I picked up a pencil and the very first thing I ever drew was this little Patrick thing out of a SpongeBob coloring book. It was Patrick sitting on a sandy chair, and if my friends are watching this that have seen that drawing, they know. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. This video is kind of long. I'm going to do my best to edit it down for you guys. Simplicity was key. Remember, this was all done with just lines and circles and ellipses. There was nothing crazy to this. Nothing crazy to this method. No, nothing you have to worry about. Nothing to be intimidated about. Just get it out there. Give it a shot. If yours doesn't look like mine, perfect, because you know what? Do your own thing. It doesn't have to look like mine. If yours does look like mine, then you followed steps. Hopefully you did a better job than I did, because, gosh, I'm just terrible at the basic stuff. But yeah, guys, stay blessed. Hope you guys have a great day or great night, whatever you're doing. And yeah, I'm David, and I hope you guys enjoy this. I'll be posting more videos, hopefully, from different views, teach you to do different styles, different head styles, as long as more full detail drawings. So stay art driven, guys. Rock on.